Welcome to Stoic Daily Stoicism. In today's video, most men walk through life with no real understanding of how women actually fall in love. They've been sold fairy tale nonsense that it's about the flowers, the perfect date, the smooth line delivered at the perfect time. But the truth, love doesn't spark in safety. It ignites when a woman feels something powerful she can't fully explain. Love begins when she experiences a pull outside her control, not logic, not timing, but raw energy. And here's the secret. That pull doesn't come from the man who chases, who explains himself like he's on trial, who folds into insecurity just to impress her. It comes from the man who refuses to be bent, the man who lives in his frame. It's the one who brings presence instead of pressure, silence instead of excuses. That's when attraction starts to grow. That's when she falls. Not because of what you did, but because of how you made her feel. The crazy part is, she won't even know why. And once you understand this psychological sequence, the invisible emotional steps women go through, you won't just attract women. You'll transform how they see you, how they treat you, and how they respond to you for the rest of your life. This is not about pickup tricks. This is not about playing games. This is about truth. Rewiring how you show up as a man so that attraction becomes natural. So if you're tired of guessing, if you're done asking, does she like me? And you're ready to finally understand what makes women fall deeply, keep watching. And before we start, hit that subscribe button because I don't make content for men who play it safe. I make content for men who become untouchable. Now, let's break down step by step exactly how women fall in love. 1. She falls for the man who doesn't need hearth. We'll make a lot of men uncomfortable because it feels completely backward. Society taught you to be the nice guy, always available, always texting back instantly, always dropping everything to make her feel like the center of your universe. And then you wonder why she loses interest. Here's the harsh truth. Women, don't fall in love with a man who treats her like his oxygen supply. She falls for the man who is already fulfilled, already driven, already locked into a mission bigger than her dot. Not cold, not rude, not detached, but selective, grounded, self-contained. Because when you don't need her, you become exactly the kind of man she wants. Neediness repels. Independence attracts. Every single time. She might say she craves constant reassurance, and yes, to a degree that's true, but beneath that, she wants to feel your gravity. She wants to orbit your world. She wants to be drawn into a man already moving forward, with or without her. Think about it. Who's more magnetic? It's the guy who nervously asks, "Do you like me?" Or the man who walks through life calm, confident, whole, as if her answer won't change his identity? Exactly. Women don't want to complete you. They want to join a man who is already complete. That's why the guy who smothers her with attention usually ends up ignored. Meanwhile, the man who is calm, slightly detached, still focused on his purpose, that's the one she thinks about at night because he's the puzzle she hasn't solved. And that's the spark of obsession from a psychological angle. This ties into perceived value. Human beings instinctively desire what feels rare. If you're always available, you signal scarcity, not strength. But when you're immersed in your purpose, when you're disciplined and steady, you communicate abundance. You radiate high value. She starts to wonder, why isn't he chasing me like the others? What's he working on that keeps him so centered? Why does his calmness feel so different? That curiosity pulls her deeper. Stoicism nails this truth. Seneca once said, "He who is brave is free." And no man is braver or freer than the one who refuses to fear losing a woman because he's already chosen never to lose himself. Here's a practical example. Man A meets a woman. He immediately rearranges his schedule, skips the gym, ignores friends, and texts her every second. He pours all his focus into her. Man B meets a woman. He's interested, but his mission remains his anchor. Still trains, still builds, still pursues his goals. He gives her space to miss him. Guess which man sparks deeper attraction? Always man be dot, because love doesn't grow from desperation. It grows from polarity. Masculine stillness draws feminine movement. Practical takeaway. Build a life so exciting that you'd pursue it with or without her. Commit to physical, mental, and spiritual growth. And if she leaves, let her. Because you don't beg for attention. You attract alignment. 2. Emotional tension pulls her in. Love doesn't thrive in comfort. It thrives in tension. That spark that keeps her guessing, reaching, wondering. Most men destroy attraction by trying to make her comfortable too soon. They overshare, they overvalidate, they dump emotions like an open book. They think honesty means unloading every detail. But here's the paradox. The more predictable you are, thus she cares. If she knows your next move before you make it, there's no excitement. But when she doesn't fully know where she stands with you, when your presence feels steady yet unpredictable, attraction spikes. This isn't manipulation. This is polarity. It's emotional self-control. It's choosing stillness instead of rushing to fill silence. Think about the guitar string. Too loose and it's flat. Too tight and it snaps. With just the right tension, it sings. Relationships work the same way. This also ties to intermittent reinforcement, the psychology that makes slot machines addictive. When attention isn't given predictably, the brain values it more. So if you're always the one chasing, always checking in, always filling silence, she stops craving it. Predictable is dead. But when you allow space, when you can let her sit in silence, wonder about your thoughts, and even feel the uncertainty of not knowing exactly where she stands, that's when she leans in harder. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we may listen twice as much as we speak." That's the essence of emotional tension. You don't rush to resolve every moment. You let the moment breathe. Practical example. One of my clients was seeing a woman who suddenly pulled back. He panicked, double texted, explained his feelings, begged to know what was wrong. She vanished. I told him, do nothing, pull back. 2 days later, she texted him first. "Hey, I've been thinking about you." Why? Because the tension returned. The mystery re-engaged her emotions. Practical takeaway. Don't always rush to smooth things over. If she's distant, don't chase. If she tests, stay grounded. That restraint creates emotional charge. And that charge is what makes her addicted to your presence.